What's up, J-Bays? It's Victoria James and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, all you got to do to become a J-Bay is click the red subscriber button and it turns gray, and then you are part of the J-Bay fam where we chit chat and all that about luxury beauty. Today I was rummaging through my collection and I thought I should do a video on high-end and luxury beauty that you can get at Sephora. One-stop shop, hit the checkout, and you got a full beat. So this entire look is from products you can get from Sephora, and I am so into this look, you guys. I went a little heavy on the blush today. I'm all right with it. It's one of the first things to fade, and I just finished my makeup, so as far as I'm concerned, you know, it's just gonna be a look for today. And I used my beautiful large cosmetic bag here from a brand that I will link in the description box. Her name's Tyra Powers, black artist, female artist, and absolutely gives, and she has more than one style for this. All my goodies are in here, and we are going to talk about each product, and I am going to demonstrate them on screen. If you are starting this video with a chuckle, go ahead and click the like button, because clearly my personality meshes with you. We see each other. And I hope that you will stick around. So let's just dive right in with the first product, which is the Gucci Matte Primer. Gucci Beauty is sold at Sephora. I love Gucci Beauty. I use a lot of Gucci Beauty, and today I decided to use this primer. Its official name is the Mattifying Primer Shine Control. And do I feel like it controlled the shine? I'm only oily in my T-zone, and I'm only slightly oily at this point. So for me, I feel like it does a fine job. We'll put it that way. I think it does a fine job. I think it does a little bit of smoothing while it's at it. And I went ahead and just used it all over my face. It is my full primer. I didn't use any other primer. So I just took a couple of pumps and smeared them all over my face, rubbed it in real good, and I was done. I find that of my other matte primers, this is probably second place. I would put Tom Ford in front of it, which is also sold at Sephora. Next, I finally had a chance to try this one. This was in the ginormous foundation haul that I did, and so I finally got a chance to use it. This is the light reflecting foundation in the shade New Caledonia from Nars. New Caledonia is my perfect shade in all of Nars complexion products, and I like this. This is so interesting. It's so interesting. So when I pumped it out, I think I pumped like 4 pumps because it has a very short pump. Like it only lets out about half the pump that you're used to. I think I did end up using all of it, but it was the equivalent of 2 pumps. I think that I could have gotten away with only 2 actual pumps of this. So half of what I would normally use, because the formula is such that you don't need as much product to achieve the coverage you want because of the light reflecting qualities of this formula. As I look at my face right now, I'm just like, I can't get over how thin the formula is in conjunction with the coverage that I have. Like, this is pretty nice. So what's great about this product is that you need about half as much as what you're used to using, and it gives you coverage in a way that you're not used to seeing, which I thought was really cool, and gives your face a perfected look. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but it's very freaking close. It's very close. I mean, if you use the same amount that I used, I feel like you get medium full. And I was just so pleasantly surprised at my results. In keeping with Nars, I went ahead and used the Soft Matte Concealer. I used it in the shade Walnut, which has a slightly more neutral undertone than the other shade that I have, which is Amande. It's a little bit lighter and it has a more neutral undertone to it. I like it better than Amande. Now that they've expanded the shade range and included Walnut, I feel that it is more in line with my undertones and what I like to use in my under eye area. It just does a little bit of brightening. You don't need very much. I used a very fluffy brush, my favorite concealer brush, which is the number 57 from Sephora Pro. And I just put it around my eyes, nose, forehead, around my mouth. And I don't think I even put any on my chin. I just went ahead and just evened everything out and gave myself a little bit of brightening. I'm more of a create the dimension as you go type person versus stark contrast and then blend it. Like both work, both look good, but that's my method. I like to do it that way. I could not wait to try Danessa's new product, and this is the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. I got the shade number 9. I think it's perfect for the majority of my face, so I went ahead and set with it. I decided to try that method out because she does say that you can use it a few different ways, and so I decided to use it as a setting powder, and I think it did a great job. It feels like you're not even putting anything on. I decided to go ahead and use the scooper that comes with it just to dole out a little bit of product onto my hand, and then I used a fluffy brush that is a little bit dense to go ahead and pounce it on my face to set everything. And I've got to say, like, as I'm touching my face right now, it looks mattified, like it looks like I put a powder on my face, but it doesn't look powdery. It just looks like it's not catching on anything. It looks so good. It looks so blended and smooth. It just really kind of like effortlessly got me together, and I'm like, oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. So I actually want another shade. I think A, I want the universal shade because I want to try it as a primer, and B, I want another shade so that I can actually use these to like put together my complexion. I think that would look really cool. I'm going out of order here because I did end up using Danessa's Balm Contour to add structure to my face, add dimension to my face. And I use the shade, or I have the shade, I should say, because I think I could actually go a little bit lighter than this. But I have Deep 3. I have Deep 3. I could probably do Deep 2. But that's the one I guessed on, and it works just fine. So I used a very dense brush to put a little bit in the usual areas that I contour, which would be my cheekbones, my jawline, my forehead, and then whatever was left I grazed over my nose for contour, and that was it. Blends out like a dream, you guys. I mean, it looks like a very intimidating product. A little goes a long way, but man, let me tell you something. Foolproof. All right. That's the word of the day for Danessa. Foolproof. So moving along, I put the, you know, the balm powder on top of that, and then went in with the Gucci bronzer. Ooh, baby. That's my boo-boo right there. The Gucci bronzer. And she is so loved. Do you see how dirty? I've been swirling the brushes in here, okay? It doesn't even say Gucci on it anymore. The imprint is just obliterated. But I use shade 5 for the bronzer, and it is pretty red, I will say that. I'm a neutral girl, so I can get away with a red bronzer. If you like a red bronzer, this is definitely a red one. So if you don't like red bronzers, don't even bother with this one, child. But yeah, I really love it. I think it looks great, and I use it to basically set the balm contour. Then I went in with my blush, and I went ham with the blush, but I'm all right with it. You know, it's gonna be all right. So this is from One Size, and this is the Cheek Clapper Blush Trio in the shade Rich Bitch. All I keep thinking of is Nene from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I am very rich, bitch. I am very rich. But yeah, I really love this color. It comes with 3 blush options here, and so you got a cream, you got a powder, and you got a topper. Okay, so you've got all 3. I used all 3 for the sake of this demonstration. And so we start with the cream. I use a really dense brush to apply that, and it gives off a lot of pigment. A little goes a long way with every single one of these products. So just go in light. Don't try to get all, if you're planning on using all 3 products, do not try to get all of the pigmentation out of each product. Build for your own sake, okay? The cream is easy to use, easy to control. Next, I went in and basically set the cream with the powder. And you can kind of diffuse the edges if you need to and everything. And then I went just on the upper part of my cheekbone there with the topper, because it has a shine to it that can act, or double rather, as a highlighter. So I went ahead and used that on top. And then I took my LYS powder that I am using to set my highlight areas, and I just used a nice fluffy brush and just dusted over it a little bit to kind of diffuse it. Speaking of LYS, let's just really quick talk about it. So this is the Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder in the shade Independent. Independent is a new shade. This is a tan shade, and it's my new favorite. This is such a beautiful shade for my highlight areas. Since I'm a deeper complected woman, it works for me in my areas that I want to brighten. If you're already this shade, it would be fantastic as an all over face powder if this is very close to your shade. I just find the undertone to be excellent. And of course, the formula I already enjoyed. I actually have the two darkest shades. I use one as a contour, and then I use the deep shade. I believe Worthy is the darkest shade. And then I use the second to darkest shade as my all over setting powder. It's a fantastic powder, and it's so affordable. Like, it's one of the more affordable powders that you can get that's not Sephora brand in Sephora. So absolutely check out LYS if you haven't already. It's also clean beauty, so definitely check her out. The Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 palette. So this is the rosy tone, not the neutral color story. This is the rosy color story. And you can tell by the frame around it that it's different from the other one. So if you have both like I do, then you'll be able to differentiate. So just as he did before, he's giving us creams, 2 creams, and then he's giving us a full spectrum of shimmers and mattes. And they're beautiful. They're beautiful. I've used the shimmers before, twice before. So for the sake of this video, I went ahead and just used the mattes and the cream because I hadn't used the creams at all. So I wanted to really try them out on screen for you guys. So for the cream, I went in with the lighter of the two, and I've just put it all over my lid, and I mean all over. I used my cream shadow brush from Sephora, and I just placed it all over and patted it in until I had a nice thin layer that was opaque on both of my lids, and set it with the middle shade of the matte colors. I just did an all matte look. I found that the base really helped the matte shades pop on my complexion, and it looked really, really good. I will say that the base is very creamy, very emollient, and you don't need a lot of it. You really, really don't. I love the mattes. I found that they played very well together. This is my first time doing an all matte look, and I think it looks so pretty. I just lined my eye with a little Pat McGrath Extreme Black, the Permagel liner, tight lined, and did it in my waterline as well. Then I used the Milk Kush mascara, which is absolutely fabulous. It is great. I'm looking at my eyes right now. It is such a great mascara. It's a mascara that I would wear on its own. So I did try the travel size because I had so many new mascaras, and I was like, let me see if I'm gonna like this one. And I do. I like it a lot. So I will be purchasing the full size once I run out of this one. I then applied the Lily Lashes for Sephora in the style Miami. These are on sale right now, and I bought like 9 of them during the VIB savings event. I bought 3 of each style, you guys. They have Rome, Barcelona, and Miami, and I have 3 of each, and I love them so much. The Miamis, to me, are definitely more of a, you know, more of a small eye girl friendly type of dramatic lash. I only had to trim off a very small amount, and I feel like I can still see my eye makeup even though it's a very full dramatic lash and I have hooded eyes. So I really like the Miamis for that reason. The ones for Sephora are a little more subdued, and that's for each style. And so I like them for that purpose. So if I were just to get Lily lashes on their own, I would get the Miami Lights. Then we finish things off with the lip, and the lip is simply Ground Control Permagel Lip Liner from Pat McGrath and Fenty Beauty's Bullet Lipsticks, you guys, which are officially called, and I love the packaging. I know it's very polarizing, the packaging, because you gotta buy it separately. But let me pull her out. But anyway, it's this girl right here, and I really like the mechanism. You pop it out, and this particular shade I have is number 7, Ballin' Babe, and I think it's just such a great, like, what would I even call this color? A warm nude? I don't even know what you would really call it, but I just think it looks absolutely perfect with the Ground Control liner. It blends in beautifully. It looks so good, and it feels good. This is a really nice satin formula. You just pop it back in and you're done. I will say I wouldn't buy multiples of the actual component. I would switch it out. If I had some refills and I wanted to use another color another day, I would simply just buy one of these and just switch out the refills, and that's it. And so that's it, you guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope you enjoyed this look because I feel like I'm looking good. And I hope you agree. Let me know if you enjoyed by giving me a thumbs up. That always helps me both know what kind of content you enjoy, and it helps people who are searching for this type of content be able to see my channel. So thank you so much in advance for that. And if you're not yet a JBay, I would love for you to join the JBay fam. Go ahead and click that red subscriber button so it turns gray, and then you're a JBay. Cannot wait to see you again. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye.